some kind of gibberish to where she's, to which kind of surprises X, which kind of surprises X, because she ended up calming the dragon down, and he's wondering what she said, and she says she has no idea. She says she has no idea, but how surprised would Sigma be when this shows up right in front of his face? The next one we get is Mega Man and Amy showing up in the world of Billy Hatcher. They're basically in the process of thrashing a Maverick Hunter and sealing it inside an egg. Billy's of course wondering why this crow monster didn't drop any fruit. You have Mega Man saving or trying to save Billy and Rolly Roll, I think her name is. Rolly Roll? Yeah, Rolly Roll from Dark Necrobat, and at the same time it allows Billy to hatch the egg which the other Maverick was contained in and turn it into a cow flying rhino, a flying rhino, whatever it was. So basically, after they get filled in, not by Mega Man or Amy, but by the Meanie Finny, God of Chickens, basically an explanation of what's going on from him, they agree to go help. And Mega Man likes the fact that this place is awesome, and Amy's like, "Oh, I'm gonna hear egg puns all the way home, ain't I?" So now next up you have basically everybody that's on Sky Patrol, from Comedy Chip, Fentivious Beaver, Flashman, Cream and Cheese, basically escaping Sky Patrol before it's torn asunder. And they escape with the help of Metal Sonic, who has brought the last Chaos Emerald as well. Next up we get Panzer Dragoon with Rotor and Bubble Man. And they're fighting Burn Dino Rex. And unfortunately, Burn Dino Rex is able to activate the Unity engine, but that's not until, and yes, I am reading from it so I don't get confused, until Kyle Flute, Hunter turned hero, ends up joining the fray and destroying Gigawatt Man of War and Dino Rex as well. So they end up convincing Kyle Flute to help them destroy the Unity engine with the help of his dragon and the help of Bubble Man's blaster, which they do. Then the next one we get is next world we visit is Breath of Fire 3. And here again you have, just like with Skies of Acadia, you have all the heroes attacking the Maverick Hunters. You have Momo finally joining the fray because she's an engineer. You have Honey, who's a chimp-powered robot. So basically, like I said, they're defeating the Maverick Hunter and everything. Basically beating the crap out of it. I think she's a... No, she's a princess. You have Nina, Princess of Windra. Yeah, that's who it is. Nina, Princess of Windra, and Honey, Chen's powered robot. I guess. But anyway, they end up defeating them. You have a big think it's Big and who else? I can't think of his name right now. But you have Big and one of the, I guess, Riley light robots explaining what's going on. So the heroes of Breathe of Fire 3 agree. Then we have Antoine and Shadow Man in the world of Golden Axe. And again, the heroes are one of the heroes, which is Gallus Thunderbear, destroying one of the Maverick Hunters. And then at first it's not too sure about Antoine and Shadow Man until they explain what's going on. You know, Antoine's like, it was like, no, we're not minions, we're not that, we're here to help. And of course you have, and that's enough to convince Jarrell, Gallus, to accept them. And then we go and we see Axe, Battler, Barbarian, the main character, destroying a Maverick. We have Tyrus Flare, Amazon Warrior, fighting a Maverick, which is Barika. And apparently Barika's attack isn't enough to wear her down. And of course they have to get, and of course they wonder what's this thing that's in the world, and Antoine has to explain along with Shadow Man what's going on. And of course Antoine has to correct Gallus that he's a coyote, not a fox. Then we end the issue, or get close to ending the issue, with Axel and Styx showing up in the world of Beautiful Joe. And of course you have Beautiful Joe and God, I can't even think of the think of the human name. But they do mention who they are. They're like Dr. Kranken, Cameo Leon. What are they doing in the real world? And I guess I can't think of her name. But basically, you know, if anybody's followed Beautiful Joe, you know he's kind of a, you know, slapstick and all that. And I guess kind of like a Sonic Boom-like kind of thing. But basically, they end up turning into, of course, Beautiful Joe and Sexy Sylvia. And yes, they use the word sexy in this comic. And they help Axel and Styx destroy the Maverick Hunters that are invading that world and everything. And of course you have Axel you know, after Styx kind of does this and says, hey, mission accomplished and everything, and asks Axel to go disarm the Unity engine, well, she goes and recruits Sylvia and Joe. You know, Axel at first is like, sure, but weren't you with X? And this is the Sonic Boom stuff that comes through. She says, I fell through a plot hole, and now I'm here. And Axel's like, don't you mean Genesis Portal? And she's like, whatever works for you, kid. So she goes on to basically in her own unique way explain what's going on, and then discovers that they break the fourth wall just like she does, because you have Beautiful Joe going like, well, we have been waiting here for our own sequel, so why not? And you know, of course, Styx, like I said, is kind of like, oh my gosh, you guys break the fourth wall too, and you know, he's like, yeah, a bit. And Sylvia's like, mostly for referential humor or whatever. So that's basically the last world we visit. And then we have Sonic show up again with Breakman. and the people that they've recruited. I'm assuming. Sonic's wondering what, Metal's doing there, what happened to Sky Patrol. Cream has to explain what happened, why Metal Sonic's here and everything. So, Sonic asks, Nicole if she's still in one piece. She says she is. And they basically open the signal to all the buddies that they're going to rally, to all their teammates, their buddies and friends, and that they're going to rally to the Delphinus, and then they're going to show Sigma he picked the wrong worlds to mess with. And yes, again, I am reading from it. And this is the second to last issue of Sonic Boom, and the last issue of Sonic Boom as part of the crossover. So, overall, what do I have to say about these? Well, mostly, like I said, and I'm sorry if this review's gone into several parts. I do apologize. Let me check. Yeah, it's going to be several parts. Basically about 2. But like I said, what can I say about these 2 issues? They are mostly recruitment issues here. That's what they are. They're nothing more than recruitment issues. Basically, you have them going from worlds of Arcadia, from the worlds of, Alex Kidd to Knights, to Skies of Arcadia, Golden Axe, Beautiful Joe, Street Fighter again, Monster Hunter, Orikama, mostly any well-known Capcom and Sega franchises you can think of, Ghosts and Goblins, you name it, they show up and recruit those heroes and even villains to help out. And you can kind of tell that none of the villains, Bison from Street Fighter, Astaroth, Whizmire, none of these villains are taken too lightly to Sigma doing what he's doing. Now, what I could think could happen, and again, this is just me, in my opinion, how this might end, is you could have Sigma get defeated, and you could have all these little, maybe like versions of Sigma, because he's supposed to be some kind of virus, get shot back into all these other worlds, and you can have all these other worlds' villains looking at him, and he's kind of like all powerless and everything, and they're looking. Maybe I'm probably going to be wrong, but this is what I would do. You're probably going to, like I say, have him encountering these. If that was to happen, I can imagine that possibly happening, or at least an idea that has been thrown around. But I could see, Sigma, all powered down, all these separate versions of him because he got defeated, be encountering guys like Bison and Weismer and Astaroth, and they're just looking at him like, so you tried to take over our worlds, you tried to kill our worlds, huh? You tried to step in our territories, huh? And maybe for comic relief, you could have Sigma going like, hey, I was ambitious, you can't blame me, And then that's the end of Sigma. I don't really know, but anyway, that's just me. But so far, like I said, these 2 issues are mostly recruitment issues, and I don't think we can say any more than that. It's nice to see all these characters coming in, and in my opinion, I look at it like, I think in a sense what Archie's doing, along with Capcom and Sega, is they're trying to test the waters of trying to see what other video game franchises might have potential to be spun off into their own comic series, like Skies of Arcadia, Breath of Fire 3, or the Breath of Fire series, are potential good ones right there. Golden Axe is a potential good one. Beautiful Joe is a good comedy one to work with if they want to. So, again, I think they're just testing the waters here as well. But overall, not too bad. Like I said, mostly what these two are recruitment issues for the crossover. That's mainly what they are. And it also allows even newer readers to get familiarized with a lot of these franchises. And that's really about it. So overall, not too bad. Does set up for what's going to be the real main course, the true steak, hamburger, whatever you want to call it, that is setting up to what is being that fine New York ribeye, T-bone steak, Philly cheesesteak, whatever you call it. Whatever is your signature food for your state or your city, that's what it's leading up to in my opinion. So as far as the crossover is concerned, but overall not too bad. And it is the, like I said, the final issue of Sonic Universe and Boom as part of the crossover. Next month, the Silver Age arc, the Silver Age story arc begins, and the last issue of Sonic Boom as a monthly series, gets released as well. So, not too bad, and it is going to end with Mega Man, and obviously that's saying something because the villain is a Mega Man villain, so it is going to end in that scenario. So, again, not too bad, and looking forward to what happens in the next few weeks. Excuse me. Looking forward to what happens in the next few weeks and see how they go with that. Hopefully my issue won't be coming too late this time. It came basically about the week of my birthday, which was kind of weird because that's the same week this got released, and then this got released the following week, so we'll see what happens. But overall, looking forward to what they got planned, and that's all I'm going to say. Till next time, take care, God bless, and I'll talk to you all later.